week's episode of the Peter Palmer podcast, where every week we attempt to read every issue of The Amazing Spider-Man by the week.
Every week we attempt to read every issue.
No, I said it backwards, all right? Welcome back to this week's episode of The Amazing...
of Amazing Spider-Man.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Peter Palmer podcast, where every week we attempt to read... I fucked it up again. We've been doing this for 10 weeks.
Yeah. Welcome to this week's episode of the peterpalmerpod. Welcome to this.
Welcome to episode 10 of the Peter Palmer podcast, where we attempt to read every issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, week by week. My name is Mike, and with me, as always, is my co-host...
Sammy. We did
true.
it.
Kinda. Hold on, these levels are whack, dude.
All right.
No, it's all right.
Fix yourself.
I fixed it. So, yeah, what did you get up to this week? Did you watch or read anything?
I watched... What did I watch?
You watched Unbreakable last night.
Oh, yeah, for the first time, and it was pleasant, I guess.
Pleasant.
Couldn't say too much about it. I'm just like, yeah, it was a movie. I expected a lot more from it. I don't know why.
I think probably gave you the wrong impression of what it is.
I think you did, yeah. Mike was like, it's a comic book movie. And then after that, I checked out because then he said it's a comic book movie without any action. I just heard comic book movie. I was like,
if you read what I said it's kind of a superhero movie, but if you took out all the action scenes.
Yeah. And I just read superhero movie and I was like, yes.
Glass is probably more like a superhero movie.
It looks like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Wow. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though? Are you a fan of M. Night?
Yeah, why not?
I know,
I'm a fan of some of his stuff,
everyone
not
hates
all
him.
of it.
Well, everyone used to hate him.
Well, why?
I don't know, because he made bad movies. Then everyone hated him for some reason, even though making movies is really hard.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm not going to hate a guy for making a bad movie. Come on, guys.
I don't even think The Happening is that bad.
The Happening? Which is that one?
That's the one where the plants are out to kill you.
One.
No, that's Signs.
Oh, Signs.
The Happening is one with Mark Wahlberg where he's a scientist.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty bad though, actually.
It is bad, but like people say it's like one of the worst things ever.
Dude, Bird Box is probably on the same level as it and everyone worships it, so there you go.
Probably. But like the humor...
It's basically the same movie, right?
Yeah, that's what everyone says. I haven't seen Bird Box though. But everyone says like The Happening is like so bad that it's good. But I feel like the bits that are funny in that are meant to be funny.
Oh,
like there's a bit where Mark Wahlberg like talks to a plant. He's like, but it's like a fake plant inside like a house. And he's like, hey plant, I know you want to kill me or something. It's like talking to the plant because the whole plot is like plants are out to kill you.
Why?
I don't know. That's because it's some sort of toxin in the air or something. And
the air kills you, but it's the plants.
The plant. It's something about the plants, dude.
Oh, I just want someone to explain the plot to me. I don't really want to watch it.
Let's watch it. Let's do a commentary track.
No, please.
Have I ever shown you what Mark Wahlberg said about that movie? Like an interview? It's pretty funny.
What did he say?
I'll try and find what he said word for word because it's pretty great. Because like everyone was like saying like, why were you in The Happening? Like what? Why'd you take on that role? It was really dumb. And then Mark Wahlberg said something really funny. Keep talking while I look this up.
Okay, well, I'm watching a video on Facebook. It's a lad barbel video, and it's a guy making a lug nut or something like that into a ring. So it's pretty interesting. He's like shaving it down. It's really not that interesting. I'm just kind of talking right now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What else did I watch this week? You may be asking. I swear I went to the cinemas this week.
You probably did.
When Josh was... Okay, never mind.
Sorry. I found what Mark Wahlberg said.
Yeah.
All right, The Happening. Fuck it. It is what it is. The fucking trees, man. The plants. Fuck it. You can't blame me for not wanting to play a science teacher for once. At least I wasn't playing a cop or a crook this time.
Oh, wait, you have shown me this.
I think I have. I'm having deja vu now.
Wait, I hope it wasn't on the podcast.
No, that would be really funny if it was. Actually, no. I think it was.
Really? That's really cringy. I have a really bad memory.
Why were we talking about The Happening, though?
Because we were probably talking about...
One of the listeners can let us know.
Bird Box. We were talking about Bird Box.
No way.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah. It's probably last week.
It was not last week.
It probably was.
Anyways, so did you like Unbreakable though?
Yeah, I did
On the
actually.
whole?
I did like it. It's if I went into it with the no expectations, I would have loved it probably. But the whole time I was like, so when's something gonna happen? Nah. But no, I did like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Glass. Yeah, we're gonna see that
Glass.
today, hopefully.
also haven't seen Split, so I'm gonna be watching that today as
Yeah,
well.
we'll watch Split after this, then we'll go see Glass. But no, I love Unbreakable. It's one of my top 50 films, I'd say. Yeah.
Nice.
I love the way it's shot. A lot of long takes, but it's not like show offy.
Yeah, and
Like it tells the story.
it just looks really good. Like
Yeah. Like that
Shot
opening
really well.
shot of Bruce Willis where it's like behind the seats and it's like sneaking like between like
Yeah,
two
the
of them.
first one. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, then we see it's from like a kid's POV who's sitting in the seat in front of them. Pretty good.
That kid died.
Yeah, they all died except Bruce Willis. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he did die and this is a prequel to The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Sorry.
And I also like that shot where it's bird's eye on that comic book. It's young Sam Jackson like flips it and the camera,
And the camera. Yeah, that's so cool. I really dug that.
It's a good character movie, dude.
Yeah, I love Samuel L. Jackson's character the most.
Yeah, he's the most interesting. And he's a terrorist, spoiler alert.
Hey, that's a spoiler alert, dude.
No. The trailer for Glass is a spoiler to both movies, so...
Oh, yeah, it is, because we see
yeah.
the beast.
The stuff in Split where, like, you're not meant to know until, like, later on. But it doesn't really matter. You know?
Does it ruin the movie?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I've only seen Split once, actually. I saw it once in theaters, like, 2 years ago.
I never saw
Whenever
it.
it came out.
Everyone loved that movie when it came out. Everyone was talking about it. Yeah. Everyone
really
went
enjoyed
fucking nuts over it.
Yeah, because it was M. Night back in business, dude.
Everyone went nutty, as Stanley would say. You're a nut.
Yeah. Stanley would say, but he died.
Yeah, well, that's... Did you... I said would.
Yeah,
I didn't say will.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Did I watch anything this week? You may be asking. Wait, did you have anything else, though?
I watched... Did I watch... No.
Didn't you watch, No, I was going to say Colette. You talked about that last week. Mm-hmm. No, I haven't watched anything else, lol. Oh, no, okay. I tried to watch You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix, 4 times now.
That's... Wow.
The first time I put it on, and it was late at night, and I got 10 minutes in, and I was like, no, I'm going to try and watch this tomorrow when I'm awake, because I actually really want to watch this. Second time I watched it, I got all the way through, but I was half asleep, and there were noises around upstairs, and also my fan was on. And because my TV has bad audio, I couldn't understand anything that happened in the movie. So it didn't really count. Like, I couldn't really tell you, like, what happened in it, other than Joaquin Phoenix gets revenge. So the third time I watched it, I put it on my laptop, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to put this on to refresh myself on the last time I watched it, so I can actually, like, get the plot and everything. I fell asleep again. And then, so yesterday, I finally had a day off. I was like, okay, I've had a good sleep in. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. There's no way I can fall asleep now. I fell asleep half an hour in.
That really says something
So,
about that movie.
It mustn't be the movie, because the movie is really good from what I can remember.
Jesus Christ.
From what I've seen. No, what I saw yesterday, I was like, this is a really good movie. It's, you know, have you ever seen Taxi Driver?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a modern day Taxi Driver, kind of.
Okay, I can
Like, it has that kind of vibe about it.
dig that.
Yeah.
Dig on this.
Now dig on this. But no, I'll try and watch it again. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, whenever I get the time. Because I really love Lynn Ramsey, who directed it. She did We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Oh, I love that movie. I don't love it because I love what happens in it. I just love it because it's a good movie.
You can love a movie that's about bad stuff.
Hard times.
Wonder why you even tried.
Hard times.
Yeah, that played in the credits of You Were Never Really Here.
Yeah. And we need to talk about Kevin.
Yeah. When he's shooting up the school with bow and arrows. Is that a spoiler?
No, not really,
that's
because
the
that's
whole-
what the whole
Yeah.
like
That's what it's leading to.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that when I saw it.
I didn't know it was going to be
Actually,
with
no,
bow
I
and
did.
arrow.
I did, yeah.
Oh, well, like there's a point in the film where you know that he does it with the
Yeah.
bow and arrow because like you see him doing archery practice kind of all through. But like it's such I've read like some of the book and I'm reading through it and it's very depressing. It's just like that mother character is just such a shitty character. You don't want to like her, but you kind of understand. You feel sympathy for her, but you don't want to because she's just like a terrible person. Anyway.
Yeah. Movies about stuff like that always make me feel uncomfortable.
Why?
Because school shootings, like it's too real life.
Oh,
kind of thing,
yeah.
you know?
Especially when it's not with a gun because it doesn't concentrate on the movie doesn't concentrate on gun violence because like it concentrates on the character himself and Kevin and
Yeah, like have you ever seen Fruitvale Station with Michael B.
nah,
Jordan?
I really want to though.
Yeah. Like that movie, like I don't want to watch it again because like it felt too real. Because like it's about this actual guy that got shot like on New Year's Eve in like 2008.
Oh, shit, like a real story.
Yeah. And it's like the last day of his life.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, so like the ending of the movie
don't make
is,
films
like, so
about
sad.
that, please. That makes me so sad.
know.
Like I don't need to be reminded about that kind of stuff.
And the thing is, the movie like starts with like I forget if it's the actual footage from like when it happened in real life or if it's like not a remake. What do you call it? Like a
Reenactment.
yeah, like a reenactment. But like it starts with that, so you
Still.
like know where it's heading. So like the whole time you just feel like uneasy, like oh yeah. And Michael B. Jordan's really good in it. I think that was Ryan Coogler's first movie.
Oh, I should watch it. I really want to watch it now.
The Dream Team, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, those kinds of like too real to life scenes where some people are getting like killed and genuinely scared. It's like really scary. I don't know. Like there's, have you seen the first season of American Horror Story, the school shooting scene? I had to stop. I had to keep pausing that the first time I watch it and like go away, do something and come back and watch it because I couldn't handle it because it was just like, I kept imagining like, oh my God, this feels so real. Like imagine literally being locked in your school library and knowing that there's someone with a gun coming to like shoot you.
Yeah.
Like, how would that feel? Oh my God, what the fuck? It makes me feel so terrible.
I know, like that. I swear there was like an ad once.
Yeah, that ad about
Yeah, I forget what it was specifically, but like it made me feel uneasy because like it's just a normal like ad. And then someone walks in with a gun.
yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and then after it's like, you should have looked closer at this guy. And then it's like,
yeah.
I know which ad you're talking about. Yeah. And the
Freaky
creepy
stuff.
music is playing. Anyway,
Anyways, this is a Spider-Man podcast.
not a school shooting podcast. Okay. Do you want to start?
Yeah, should we get into it now?
Yeah, let's get into it. So,
Alright. So
Mike read the first 2 comics of this week. So
I read all
30
3 actually.
Yeah, he did.
but I'll just go through the first 2 because you only read Craven 1, didn't you?
Yep. This week's one I read this week I really liked. So, well, not really liked. I thought it was good. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh, is Patrick coming down?
yes.
Is he going to interrupt the podcast? That's all right. If he leaves like now, he
yeah.
won't. We'll be done.
Yeah. I'll just say message us when you're here. When you're here, don't knock.
All right. So this what is this one? Issue 32, Man on a Rampage. Spider-Man looks thick, dude.
It's my boy Spidey thick.
Prepare yourself for a startling surprise. You and Spidey are about to meet one of his most powerful former foes as the teenage web slinger plunges into battle, with every tick of the clock bringing him closer to defeat. And we see Doc Ock, he's working on a little gizmo, a little experiment. And,
Doc Ock's back.
yeah, Doc Ock's back.
Oh my God. Yay.
He's at like a waterfront, like hideout thing.
Otto, my boy Otto.
Kind of Spider-Man 2-esque,
Yeah.
but a bit more high-tech. And he's bragging about, he's like, I'm one of the most powerful, feared human beings alive. And he's trying to like control radiation so there's no limit to his powers and
I
stuff.
feel like Otto is probably one of the most insane Spider-Man
for sure.
villains.
Because he gets more insane by the minute, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the point. Like, he
Yeah.
gets, increasingly more insane. Anyway.
And he's like, attention, Deputy Squad Leader. This is the Master Planner. So Doc Ock's going by the name the Master Planner in this issue.
Oh, okay.
He's like, have your men continue to search for any and all atomic equipment for me. So he's calling on some goons to get more atomic stuff, more radiation things, so he can be the most radiated man alive.
As if that's a goal. I want to be the most radiated man alive.
I mean, what was his goal in Spider-Man 2? He wanted to build a fucking sun machine.
Yeah, literally. He wanted to build the sun, basically.
I don't know why. Like, what was he going to do with that?
I don't know.
Because his plan wasn't to destroy the city. He just wanted to, like, make a little...
He just wanted to do science. That was his goal.
He just wanted to science it up.
Yeah, he's just like, I want science.
He was too determined.
Yes.
And he got his wife killed, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Rosie.
She did.
Rosie. Yep, she died. Mm-hmm. So while on the surface, Peter Parker walks through the press room of the Daily Bugle. And Betty and Peter are still having this, like, should I talk to her or should I talk to him thing? Like, I want to talk to her, but I better keep away because... I don't think she likes me. And Betty's like, there's something on Peter's mind. He's hiding a secret, and they're still doing that whole thing.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember.
Then Ned Leeds walks in, and he's like, Peter, you're not being fair to Betty. She deserves an answer from you. And then Peter's like, great, here's my chance to make Betty think I suck. So he starts like picking on Ned Leeds. He's like, butt out, creep. I don't owe Betty anything. And they get into a bit of an argument, Ned and Peter. But Ned's like, look, Parker, why don't we just talk over this calmly?
He actually tries to solve it like an actual
Peter
adult.
pushes him into a wall and he's like, I'm sick of people telling me what to do. Get lost, Ned.
Oh my God, what a bitch boy.
And Jameson fucking storms in and he's like, what in blazes is going on out here?
What the fuck's going on? Parker.
And he's like, Parker, I never thought of you as the violent type. What are you doing here anyway? He starts puffing his cig.
His cigar.
And Peter's like, I have some pictures for you, Jameson. And he's like, you call these new photos? There's just a few shots of some strikers picketing a department store. You're slipping, Parker. And he fucking throws the photos away.
Oh, Jesus.
And Parker's like,
that's not cool.
You've forgotten all the great exclusives I gave you in the past, eh? And Jameson's like, don't just stand there. Go out and get some better photos, you idiot.
Oh, my God. I'm sad now.
So now Betty's pulls Peter aside and she's like, your little act won't fool me, Peter. I know you're just trying to be mean to get me to not like you or something. And Peter's like, think what you want to. It's your privilege, Betty.
Wow. This seems like a really hostile environment right now. I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
And Peter storms away because he's like, maybe I should tell her the truth, but I'd lose her anyway, so then she'd be burdened with my secret, so blah, blah, blah. I probably shouldn't do anything. I'll just leave. Aunt May's still in hospital, and they found out what's wrong with her. And he's like, oh, why is it so puzzling? And he's like, well, I can't understand what could have caused this. In some mysterious way, she's absorbed some radioactive particles in her bloodstream, and we're unable to get it out.
Oh,
and he's
dude.
like, radioactivity. Oh, no, that must have been when I donated my blood to her that one time.
Oh, my God. What the fuck? I didn't see this coming. I actually didn't. What?
We have a little flashback where Stanley's like, if someone can tell us which issue this happened in, you get a prize or no prize. Because
thanks, Stan.
Yeah, it was an ongoing thing in the old Marvel comics. They had a thing called a no prize, where like if people could fix like a continuity issue or like find something like a hidden Easter egg in the comics, they give them a no prize, which was just a piece of paper saying like you win nothing.
That's amazing.
Because like it became like an ongoing thing. People like wanted to get a no prize.
No prize, yeah.
Like,
do you reckon they sell for a lot now these days, a no prize?
I don't know, because it would be addressed to you probably.
I'd want to find
it just
that
says,
on
like,
eBay.
You win the no prize. But yeah. So Peter is talking to the doc, and the doc's like, we don't know how to control it, but rest assured we'll do everything we can. So Peter goes home and he starts sobbing. He's like, I always felt like I was responsible for the death of Uncle Ben because he was killed by a criminal who I didn't catch. And now I'm going to be responsible for the death of Aunt May. He's crying.
Oh,
He's real sad. He doesn't know what to do.
dude. This is like that time where Peter Parker killed MJ with his radioactive semen.
That's true.
Yeah.
What did that happen? And again, it was like
I don't remember.
it was like a dystopian like future one.
Yeah, it was.
Anyways.
Yeah, whatever.
But he destroys a desk. He's so mad.
What? He actually kingpin hits that dude. He like fucking slams it with two fists and it shatters.
Vanessa.
Desk.
But no, he's like, I'm burdened by tragedy. No matter what I do, this sucks. Blah,
It's
blah,
the
blah.
Parker luck, guys.
But then
The
he's like-
Parker luck.
There's one man who can help. Dr. Connors. He's a specialist in this kind of thing.
The guy who turned
Last time I
into a
remember, he
lizard.
was in Florida. So he makes a few calls.
Is Florida
finds
pretty
out-
far away from New York?
It's a bit far. A little bit far. But he finds out Dr. Connors is actually in New York at the moment. So
Oh, good.
Well, I
Well, that's
think-
irrelevant anyway. I'm just sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but I found a signed no prize envelope from, I don't know what year it's from, but it's selling on eBay for $5,000.
oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, they'd be worth a lot now because Stanley died.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yes. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so he's calling about, but on the way he pops into a hospital, and he grabs the sample of Aunt May's blood so he can take it to Dr. Connors. He finds Dr. Connors. And he's like, I need your help. Remember me? And he's like, Spider-Man, how could I forget you? Without you, I'd be still a creature in the swamp, blah, blah, blah. And they have a little bit of a, ha, 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 yeah, cool. Let's get to business.
Little chat.
A friend of mine's been stricken with radioactive blood. I know you know stuff about blood and stuff, so fix it, please. And then
Fix it, please.
Dr. Connor's like, there's nothing much I can promise. There's a lot science doesn't know. But there's a new serum created on the West Coast called ISO 36. If it's as potent as it's claimed, it might help us greatly. And he's like, then we must order it then. How can we do this, Doc? And Doc's like, it'll be expensive, but I'll try and obtain some for you. And he's like, don't worry about the price, Doc. I'll figure it out. So Peter goes home and finds his like really expensive microscope, and he's like, this is the only thing I own of value. So if I
The only thing I own of value. All right.
it'll help help save Aunt May. It's worth it. So he goes to the pawn shop, and he hands in all the stuff. He gets a bunch of cash. And he says, this plus the money I took from the bank ought to be enough for Dr. Connors. So he swings back to Dr. Connors and he's like, I got the money. Were you
Dr.
able to...
Connors makes Spider-Man pay for I don't know. It's just like, yeah, and he continue.
Well, he's like, I've got the money. Were you able to order the ISO 36? He's like, yep, it's been flown out here on a special shipment. All they had
Whoa.
in stock. And Spider-Man's like, well, let's get started. So that when serum gets here, we can just...
Bish
real
bash
quick.
bosh, yeah.
And Doc Connors is like, wow, you're really good at science stuff, Spider-Man. You mustn't be a full-time Spider-Man. He's like, hey, you know, I do all right for myself.
I get around, yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, what if it doesn't work? Do you know of any other alternatives, or is this our only hope? And Dr. Connor's like, let's not think of that now. We got to see if it does work.
just not worry about that.
just don't worry about it. So we see Doc Ock, and one of his goons video calls someone. He's like, good news, we just learned there's a shipment of ISO 36 arriving from the West Coast. And Doc Ock's like, brilliant, I need that because it's fucking
No.
radioactive stuff.
God, no. God, no.
The plots are intercepted.
No, God, no.
Which I kind of like, because like sometimes the villain plot has nothing to do with like what Peter Parker's
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. This is so sad.
So he's like, do anything you can. I must have that serum. And Doc Ock's like, I heard of this ISO 36 months ago when it was merely in the development stage. It could be the one vital key to my experiments. And fate is placing it within my grasp.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spooky.
So then we see the dude go off the plane with the ISO 36. He's like, Dr. Connors must want this serum pretty bad to pay such a high premium price for its delivery. Then he gets knocked out by these purple dudes that Doc Ock was working with.
What?
They're like, get him, take the serum.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, come back, you mustn't take that. And then
He had no guards or anything. They just like run and bash this
No.
guy up, take it.
Yep. So then Doc Connors gets a call and he's like, what's that? The serum's been stolen at the airport. And Spider-Man's like, whoa. And he's like, you say the description fits the Master Planner's gang. And Spider-Man's like, the Master Planner, eh? Don't stop your experimenting, Doc. I'll be back with the serum soon. So he swings across town. And he's trying to figure out where the Master Planner might be. So he's like, my last 2 battles with the Planner's gang were in the vicinity of a waterfront. So his hideout must be somewhere in that area. And he's like, I can't spare the time to search that whole neighborhood. It could take days. I've got to find a quicker way. And I just thought of one. He swings into the Daily Bugle, and Betty's there, but he doesn't want to talk to Betty, of course. He's like, don't be alarmed. I'm looking for Frederick Foswell.
Frederick Froswell.
Because he's in with the crime stuff, dude. And Betty's like, he just left only a few minutes ago. And Spider-Man's like, then if I race back to the street, I might spot him. Many thanks, Miss Brandt. But then his thought bubble, he's like, when I see her that way, so fragile, so helpless, how I long to take her in my arms.
Was that the actual dialogue bubble?
Yeah.
I mean, thought bubble. Oh my God. That's amazing. How fragile.
He swings by, he finds Foswell walking on the street and fucking picks him up. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? And
Hey, what are you
Spider-Man's like,
doing?
Don't let yourself go limp. Don't tense. Oh, he says, let yourself go limp. Don't tense up. You're in no danger. I won't harm you. So he's talking like, hey, even though I fought you years ago when you were a gang boss, you've nothing to fear from me now, since you've gone legit as a reporter for the Bugle.
Legit.
He's like, I'm after the Master Planner. Yeah. You probably know some stuff.
Yeah.
And then, does he get what he wants? I don't think Foswell says anything. He says, because Spider-Man says, remember, I can be a good friend or a bad enemy. Choice is yours. I'll contact you later. He's like, this is only the beginning. I'm not going to twiddle my thumbs waiting for Foswell to learn something. So Foswell doesn't say anything to him in this whole exchange. It's just Spider-Man yelling at him pretty much. And also, Foswell was a gang boss years ago at this point.
Years ago?
Yeah.
What?
A lot of time has passed.
Yeah, jeez.
Anyway, Spider-Man crashes into some fucking mob meeting at oh no, he starts invading every underworld haunt he can find, apparently. And he's like, I want info on the Master Planner, I want it now. And he just starts punching people's desks. I'm like,
why is he's so angry?
because Aunt May's life is on the line.
Yeah,
dude.
true. Aunt May's about to die, so
Yeah. So he's like, I haven't got time to waste. Talk fast. And they're like, this guy's gone mad. What's he doing? He's like, you bet I am. I'll find out what I want if I want to know if I have to tear this place apart. And he's like tackling people and like throwing people against walls and stuff. He's going crazy.
He's going sicko mode,
He
dude.
is.
Wow.
And they're like, we don't know where he is. Only his gang knows his hideout. And Spider-Man's like, they're telling the truth, probably. We cut back to Aunt May at the hospital. And she's getting weaker and slipping into a coma, apparently.
No, Aunt
And
May.
he's like, there's nothing we can do for her. She's putting up a valiant fight. She has a tremendous will to live. But now her fate is in the hands of a power greater than ours.
Oh, God.
Then we see Spider-Man. He's invading more fucking mob hideouts, like yelling at people. It's Spider-Man, get out of here. And it's like, I heard that he's been tearing up the city lately. Why? And he throws a car at a fucking concrete pole.
What the fuck?
I don't know what he's doing.
This is actually scary. I'm actually concerned.
Have you ever seen that clip from the 90s animated show where like he's chasing you after the Shocker and they're like yelling at each other?
No?
And the Shocker's like, you can't get me, Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's like, I'll chase you to the end of the earth.
This is basically what's happening.
Pretty much.
That's
It's that
amazing.
same energy.
I'll chase you to the end of the earth. I love that.
I think it's from the Venom episode. That was a good episode. I used to watch that one a lot. Anyways, he rips the staircase off.
Okay, I'm actually concerned about our boy Spidey right now.
I'm
He's
just waiting
legit
for it
going.
to be revealed that it's like Craven or someone like gone.
Yeah, it's like someone's just fucking. This is really out of character.
Yeah, which may or may not happen in a future issue.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, they climb up the staircase and he rips the staircase so they get back down. He's like, get back down here. I've got some questions for you and you better have answers. And they start shooting at him because
of course,
who wouldn't?
Yeah,
But
when
then
he's
says-
going this crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, after long minutes of relentless questioning, it's no use. These dime a dozen crooks don't know more than the master planner than I do. And they're all just like lying there, fucking on the ground, like all beat up. He's like, Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing on this issue. Then we see Doc Connors, and he's still working on that serum thing. He's like, even if Spider-Man does bring me the serum, we still can't be sure it will be successful. There's no way of knowing whether it will assimilate with my own potion until we try it.
Potion. That's so scientific.
I know. Look at all this science stuff.
It looks like he's literally making a potion.
And Spider-Man's still swinging about. And he's like, I'm running out of places to search. Oh, wait, my spider sense is tingling, reacting to something. He finds a trap door.
Bro.
So he sneaks down the trap door, and he's like, what have I stumbled across? And he's like, the Master Planner's men, I found them. There's a bunch of purple dudes standing around. And he starts beating them all up, because he's like, you guys are the ones that stole the ISO 36. Where is it? I need the serum now. And they're like, what do you want the serum for? What's the difference? He'll never get out of here alive anyway. So, he starts punching them all for a bit. And he's like, the Master Planner's men don't give up too easy, do they?
Nah, dude.
Nope. And they send reinforcements as well. So, they send reinforcement through a hidden door, sorry. And Spider-Man's like, that must be where they've stashed the serum. So he jumps into the door, slam.
Slam dunk.
Door slams behind him. He's like, I've made it. But then one of the Master Planner's goons says, Spider-Man is on his way through the secret tunnel searching for a stolen serum. And Doc Ock's like, good. I couldn't have planned it better if I tried. So Spider-Man's about to walk into a big old trap.
Well, when does he never not walk into a trap?
I know. Even when he's like, this is going to be a trap, but I should try it anyway.
Yeah, I should just hear him out, you know?
Yeah. Then Doc Ock's like, as a stroke of blind luck has given me the chance to dispose of Spider-Man forever. And then the vial of ISO 36 will serve as bait in the little trap I shall set for him. So then Spider-Man's sneaking about. His spider sense doesn't detect anyone nearby, so... Wait, yeah, it doesn't detect anyone nearby. So, he's like, this must be alright. And he sees a spotlight on the vial of ISO 36, and he's like, that's the stolen ISO 36, but it looks too tempting, too easy. It must be a trap.
Of course.
But
and
then,
he still walks into it.
Yeah, he gets an electric shock. Hits him with a staggering force. And everything's spinning, can't hold on, falling, no. And Doc Ock attacks him. And he's like, Spider-Man, we meet again, but this time it will be our final encounter. It won't be.
Definitely
Never
not.
again will we interfere with the plans of those who are your superior. And yep, he's like, oh no, Doc Ock, one of my strongest foes, and yet I must defeat him for the sake of Aunt May. So Spider-Man's trying real hard. They get into a bit of a punch on. But Doc Ock just starts throwing stuff at him. And it gets too crazy. Spider-Man starts throwing like concrete posts and stuff that are holding the foundations up.
He's actually so angry, dude. He's going really
he's doing
sicko
everything
mode.
he can. And eventually he pulls out the main support beam of the building.
Oh, Jesus.
The roof
What the
starts
fuck?
crumbling down.
Spider-Man.
And all this like science equipment starts falling on him. And he gets trapped. And then a large iron unit, the biggest of all, starts sliding down towards him. And he says, it must outweigh a locomotive. I'll be crushed if that lands on me. So he like tries to wedge around so like it doesn't land on him like directly, but it still like traps him kind of thing.
Mm.
So yeah, Spider-Man's trapped. And he can see the vial of ISO 36 in arm's reach.
Oh, this reminds me of that part from Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But as this is happening, water's leaking from the ceiling too.
Oh my God.
So if he stays there, he'll drown because they're underneath like a waterfront. Or then not underneath the waterfront. They're like an underwater like hideout kind of thing. It's like the ocean will fall on him. He's like, I can't just stay here and wait for the end. I've got to get free. If only I could lift this weight off me, but I can't budge it. Not an inch. It's no use. I'm too exhausted. I've been going on for days. Perhaps if I rest for a while. But then he gets like, he doesn't get flashes. It cuts to Aunt May sitting in the hospital bed. She's like, Peter, slipping into a coma. Then we see Doc Connors waiting around at his lab. He's like, if he doesn't return soon, it'll be too late. The ISO-36 will lose its potency. And then we see the Master Planner's goon saying, Spider-Man doesn't have a chance of beating the Master Planner. And if he did, he'd still have to get past us to escape. And then the last panel of the comic is Spider-Man trapped. The ISO-36 in the foreground, the water dripping. And he's like, I failed. Just now when it counted the most, I failed.
Oh, God.
The end.
This is so depressing.
See you next week. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right. See you next week, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of that one? I thought it was pretty good.
I liked how, I don't know, it was really engaging. Like, it, I don't know, took us for a little ride.
Yeah. The stakes have never been higher for Peter
Spidey,
Parker.
yeah.
Aunt May is on her last legs.
And he's going really sicko. You can tell that he's like...
He's so upset. Because now we've got issue 33. The final chapter, it's called. And this is the cover.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he's trapped under... The water's getting bigger. So to start, we get a little refresher. Aunt May's got radioactivity in her bloodstream. Doc Connors is working on a serum. And then the goons are waiting outside for Doc Ock and Spidey to come out so they can beat Spider-Man up. And then there's also a leak in the underwater dome. I don't need to do this recap. We just read through the issue.
Yeah, I was about to say.
In case the listeners paused between the
and waited
issues.
like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and waited 3 weeks. So yeah, then we see Spider-Man right where we left off because he says, I failed just now when it counted the most. I've failed. So he said the exact same thing. He's like, I can't give up. I must keep trying. I must. And this is like probably one of the most iconic Spider-Man moments in all comic history. I always see people like share these like panels, like whenever Spider-Man stuff is relevant. I don't know,
which is a lot last year anyway.
Yeah, I just always see these panels pop up. He's like, I've got to try and get free myself, no matter how impossible it seems. Lifting's the only way. The only way. I can't. I'm too exhausted after fighting. I feel so weak. But then he sees flashes of Aunt May's face. He's like, it's the one thing, the only thing that may save Aunt May, and I can't bring it to her. And he sees Uncle Ben's face. He's like, if she doesn't make it, it'll be my fault, just like I blame myself for what happened to Uncle Ben. And you see like the heads are like floating around. It's like, if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it.
Oh, it's, yep.
It's pretty much that.
Yeah. It's all
like the two people in the world who have been the kindest to me. I can't fail again. It won't happen a second time. It won't. And then this builds him up the courage to fucking, with all the strength in my body, the strength of many men. And now I've got to call on all that strength, all that power that I possess. And he starts pushing real hard. I must prove equal to the task. I must be worthy of that strength, or else I don't deserve it. The weight's unbearable. Every muscle aches. My head, it's spinning. Everything's beginning to whirl around. The strain, it's unbearable. But then the water and the ceiling like starts cracking even more. The crack gets wider and more water starts dripping. And yep, he's like, the crack in the ceiling's getting too big. If I stay here any longer, I won't make it. He keeps pushing real hard, and look, he manages to lift the whole fucking
thing. Yeah, this is such an iconic. I've seen that panel so many times. Such an iconic moment.
And that imagery's been used like heaps.
Yeah, in Spider-Man films.
Yeah, in Homecoming and in Spider-Man PS4.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, I love Spider-Man PS4. In case you guys didn't know that already.
Yeah. It's also the best bit in Spider-Man Homecoming, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's the one bit where I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, Spidey.
Come on, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
come on, Spider-Man. Good stuff. And I love the cheesy little, if you're nothing about the suit, you shouldn't have it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like looking at his reflection and like half the face is Spider-Man, half is Peter.
Yeah. It's so, I don't know. I love that. I genuinely do.
Yeah. Yep. He's going like, everything going black in my head. Aching, I must hold on. It's moving. Can't stop now. Last chance. Must keep the momentum more. Just a little more. And he does it. He's free.
Oh my God.
Yep. But his legs hurt real bad. But no bones seem to be broken. But he must have.
He's no
strained it real
Mr.
bad.
Glass.
Yeah. He's no Mr. Glass for sure. So he picks up the ISO 36 and stumbles his way out as the water like buckets down pretty much.
Oh my God. That's some waterfall.
He's like, I have to go
there.
limp and let it sweep me through the tunnel. These few seconds will give me a chance to regain some of my strength. So he's floating through, holding tight to the
Hiya,
ISO 36.
Spidey. Float.
And eventually he gets he gets to the air and he can breathe. But what do you know? The master planner's goons are pulling him from below in their diving gear, and they start making life real hard for him. But yeah, he manages to get free of them because they can't hold their breath as long as he can, apparently.
Which doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah, but he gets out, and there's more of them waiting for him. They're like, we need you to show up here, Spider-Man. It's the only way out of this place. But the only way to reach the exit is to fight your way through us. And Spider-Man's like, all right, I've got a job to do. Nobody, nothing, no power on Earth is going to stop me while I still live. So Spider-Man goes ham. He starts fighting them all. But he's run out of energy because he just lifted an entire, like,
Building, basically.
building off of his shoulders.
Jesus Christ.
But he's like, all right, I'll regain my energy while they beat me up.
He just lets them beat him up. Okay, I'll just regenerate this way.
He literally
great.
says something like, well, this must be the only time someone's taken a rest while getting beaten up.
I love that.
But then he starts building up the strength eventually. He's like, Aunt May's counting on me, needing me. A man may lose, a man may be defeated. It's no disgrace, as long as he doesn't give up. So he pretty much fights them all without looking. He's like, I gotta do this, blah, blah, blah. Then he's like, oh wait, they're all knocked out.
He just flails around. Oh my
He's like,
God.
I'll keep fighting until it's over. Oh, wait. Oh, they're all gone.
I love that.
So he limps his way out with the ISO 36. He's like, I wonder what happened to Dr. Octopus. He's like, oh, it doesn't matter. I just got to deliver this serum on time. All right, he delivers it to Dr. Connors. Dr. Connors starts working on it. And behind his back, Spider-Man takes a little sample of his own blood because he's like, we need to do a little test first to see like if it works on my blood, then it'll work on her blood kind of thing. So then Doc Connors is like, well, whose blood is that? Why would that work? And he's like, I can't explain it, Doc. You just gotta believe me.
Just, keep it on the DL.
Yeah, keep it on the DL. Then they keep experimenting, and then
Has he rested at this point yet?
he has not. And I think they figure it out. But Doc's like, I can't promise 100% that it will work, but give it a go. And Spidey's like, thanks, Doc. Could you call the hospital and tell them I'm on the way to deliver the serum? If a man of your reputation asks them to, they'll allow me to give it to the doctor in charge. So Spider-Man swings into Aunt May's hospital room. And he's like, here, I can't explain why, but this serum is gonna help Mrs. Parker. And so they're all like, so they take Spider-Man's word for it because they've had Dr. Connors call and be like, hey, Spider-Man's got the serum delivering for you.
Doesn't anyone find it suspicious that Spider-Man's helping this one specific old lady that's
they do
about
find
to
it a little
die?
suspicious. They say like, what does he say? He says, hold on, Spider-Man, I have some questions for you. What's your interest in this matter? Spider-Man's like, let's just say I was helping out a friend.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, so Spider-Man keeps limping down the road. He's like, I have to keep my mind occupied. I have to keep busy for the next 2 hours while they operate on Aunt May and stuff.
I love it when Spider-Man's just like Because this happens in like a lot of like, I don't know, Spider-Man movies and games and stuff where he just has this one really bad day, like this comic where he literally has no rest and like he just has to like literally limp everywhere and his suit's torn and it's just, I don't know, I love that because it's just like, it is him.
I've always wanted to like see a Spider-Man movie that takes place all in one day.
One day, yeah.
Like that's what I was hoping like Homecoming would be when it was coming out. I'm like, oh, I hope it's like one day.
Yeah.
Because originally they were saying like they were taking inspiration from like John Hughes movies. And I was thinking back like Ferris Bueller and like Breakfast Club and all that take place in like
one day or like one afternoon. Yeah.
Which would have been cool.
That would have been so cool.
They should do it one day.
Yeah.
Or I will.
Just like the whole like, that would blow my mind. Yeah. I would love that.
Yes.
Die Hard Spidey.
Actually, that'd be really good.
That would be.
In like Oscorp or something.
Yeah. How cool would that be?
He's like crawling through the vents and shit.
And now he's going to say you have 24 hours. You have 24 hours.
Anyway, Spider-Man goes to check on the Master Planner's gang and they're all still knocked out cold. So he decides to take some photos of it as a scoop for the Bugle. And what does he say? Oh yeah, then we see the Bugle. Frederick Foswell gets an urgent call. And he says, Spider-Man, did you want me to meet you right away? You've got a tip for me. I'm on the way. Foswell runs out of the office and he's like, I've got an extra for you, Jameson. I'm on the way to get a scoop from Spider-Man. And Jameson's like, an extra? That's music to my ears.
Ew.
I hate seeing him so happy.
Yeah, he just looks bad. It just doesn't look right.
And he's like, I can hear the money rolling in now. Maybe that blasted web spinner's in jail or worse, if I'm lucky. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. And Spider-Man and Foswell catch up. And Spider-Man's like, listen closely. I've got the Master Planner's gang all sewed up behind a trapdoor, which I marked for you. The leader was Dr. Octopus, but I lost him when the place got flooded. And Foswell's all like, you should have told me over the phone. I'd have gotten a photographer and alerted the police. And then Spider-Man's like, he doesn't suspect my camera's on the roof ledge, automatically snapping this whole thing right now. He's like, no need to alert the police. I've already called them. You won't need me anymore. The story is all yours, Foswell.
Oh.
So he gave the scoop to Foswell. And while this is happening, Spider-Man's taking photos of the goons getting all arrested. And yep, he gets them unmasked as well. And he's like, yes, this is perfect. Good old scoop. And yeah, they haven't found Dr. Octopus though, but they say if he's in the vicinity, they'll find him. They don't find him though. And back at the Bugle, Jameson's all happy because he's got the scoop of the Master Planner gang being captured and the identity of the leader revealed as Doc Ock. The paper gets the story first, blah, blah, blah. And Peter Parker limps into the office and he's all beaten and bruised. And Betty's like, oh no, what happened to Peter's leg? He must be hurt. And Betty's like, Peter, wait, it's me. I want to talk to you.
Now
and
Betty
Peter
comes
turns around and he's got
calling.
fucking like bruises on his face and shit and like band-aids.
Oh my God, can I see? Oh my God, he looks rough, dude.
And she's like, what happened to your face, Peter? And he's like, nothing much. Just had a tough time getting these new shots for Jameson. Sometimes a guy just runs out of luck, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, there's no need to make a federal case out of it. Selling photos is important to me. I need the extra money. And if I have to get slapped around once in a while, it's just part of the job. And Betty's like, oh no, this reminds me of my brother, when I lost my brother because he seeked adventure and I can't let that happen again, blah, blah, blah. I can't be with a man that's so dangerous and puts his life in peril, all that stuff. Because remember, she wants a man that comes home to her every night.
That's right, that's just said this. Yeah.
And his paper.
Pipe and his paper.
And to her.
That is so old-fashioned.
Yeah, she runs off crying and says, Peter, do you have that stubborn streak? Why can't you just stick to your studies? Why must you always crave action?
Why don't you just find someone who's right for you, Betty? Jesus.
Yeah, Ned Leeds, dude.
Come on. Yeah, literally, he proposed to you. Like,
yeah.
Goddamn. Women,
she hasn't
am I
replied
right?
yet.
I just spilled water all over myself.
But anyways, this comic's almost over. Peter walks into Jameson's office and
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
And Jameson's all like, what happened to you, Parker? You look like something the cat dragged in. And Peter's like, I'm not here to enter the beauty contest, Mr. Jameson. I've got photos for you. And Jameson's so happy to look at these photos. Just look at him.
Yuck. I hate looking at him happy. He looks just wrong. He looks like he's watching like a bullfight or something, or a dog fight. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And Peter's like, you haven't asked for we haven't agreed on a price yet. And Jameson's like, he's like holding it off of Jameson like a dog or something, like with a treat. Jameson's like, gimme. He's like, we can settle your payment later.
Him,
no, you know how generous I am. And Peter's like, yep, that's why we'll settle it now. And he's like, I want $100 for each of these. I'll peddle them elsewhere. And Jameson's like, you're taking advantage of my warm heart and my generosity, are ya? Then in his thought bubble, he's like, stupid kid doesn't realize they're actually worth more than what he's asking for. So he's like, just because I'm feeling generous, I'll give them to you like that. I'll pay you that much for them. And then Peter's like, cool, awesome, good stuff. And he walks out of the Bugle into the hospital, check on Aunt May. And the doctor's like, oh no, he says to the doctor, tell me, Doc, what happened to my aunt? Are the tests completed? He's like, well, no, in a few minutes, son. Last check is being made right now. What happened to you? You'd better let me have a look at you. And he's like, oh, I'm okay, Doctor. I just mixed it with some fellas at school or something. It's all, nothing worth mentioning. And Doc's like, let me be the judge of that. And like he checks his heart rate and stuff, and he's like, you're on the verge of exhaustion. You should be in bed. He's like, I'm pretty tired, Doc, but I've just got to find out about Aunt May first. And he's like, luckily for me, he didn't want to check my blood. Ooh, jeez, ooh. That'd have been rough. Then he walks into to the room, and Aunt May is all fine. The serum has stopped the blood deterioration, and the reports are all favorable. With luck, she's expected to pull through. And he's like, I didn't let you down this time, Aunt May. I didn't fail you. And she wakes up. She's like, Peter, it's all right, Aunt May. You're going to be well again soon. Everything is fine. And then Doc's like, she'd never have made it without that serum that Spider-Man brought us. And he's like, I wonder where he fits into all this. And Peter's like, I don't know, Doc, but maybe he's not quite as bad as some people think he is. I think I'll be able... Wait, what does he say? Oh, right, the doc says, you better go home and get some rest. He's like, I think I actually can now. So we see a little shot of Aunt May resting in bed, and out the window we see Peter walking home as the blinds descend. And yeah, we get thought bubbles of the doctor going like, wait, what's he saying? Oh, he's saying like how good of a boy Peter Parker is. Like, too bad someone like him can't be an idol for teenagers to imitate instead of someone like Spider-Man. Oh, people should look up to Peter Parker instead. Oh.
Hey, it's like that meme from the end of Far From Home, the Flash one. It's like,
yeah,
it's like, I respect Spider-Man. Sup dickwad. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Far From Home trailer.
We didn't. Oh, we did, but like 3 weeks
early. Yeah, we've already
early.
talked about it a couple weeks ago, even though we didn't see it. And it's the same trailer.
It's literally the same
trailer. We'll talk
trailer.
about it after, because I actually wanted to talk about it, this thing, but I forgot. Yeah, next issue, Kraven the Hunter, it says. The return of Kraven the Hunter.
Yay, the return.
So what do you think of that little two-parter?
I love that. I feel like we saw some real big character development from Peter / Spidey. Like with the whole... I don't know. Obviously, it's like with great power comes great responsibility thing. Like he has this, like, you know, power, and he just kind of abused it by like just bashing everyone up and just throwing cars around and stuff. And then it kind of backfired on him because the whole building literally toppled on him. And then he goes, all right, I can do this.
But he doesn't give up when times get tough, does he?
No.
It's his responsibility.
That's the thing. He always gets back up no matter what happens.
Our family doesn't run from things, Miles.
Our family doesn't run from things, Miles. Or every time I get hit or knocked down, I get back up until he dies because of Kingpin. But anyway.
Miles?
No. Peter Parker.
Miles gets back up, though.
Blonde Peter Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Remember at the start, he's like...
I always get back up.
Yeah, he says that. He's like, I always get back up. And then it flashes to the... I don't know, like what's it called? The collider. How did you notice
Oh, yeah.
that? Yeah, it
Yeah.
flashes to that. And it's like, ooh, foreshadowing.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Anyway, so number 34. The Amazing Spider-Man is The Thrill of the Hunt, which is featuring the magnificent menace of Kraven the Hunter.
Oh.
So we start off and he's in his trophy room. This is Kraven, by the way, and he's surrounded by all these like taxidermized animals. It's pretty creepy. I don't really like it. I'm not into that. And then he has this, he walks up to this bust and it's literally, he has a spot in his taxidermy trophy room for Spider-Man's fucking mask. And I'm just sitting there like, that's creepy, dude. Like, come on. That's a bit fucked up.
He's a hunter, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, he hunts animals, not people. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah, Kraven does a little hunt. Blah, blah, blah. Hard cut to Betty shaking Peter. And she goes, I know you're hiding something, Peter. I know you are. And Peter goes, all right. Get a good grip on yourself, Betty. This may be a shock to you. And he jumps on the wall and starts climbing on the roof. And she's like, oh my God, no, not you, Peter, no. And he goes, I also answer to another name, Spider-Man. And she's like, no, Peter. And she wakes up and it was all a dream.
It was only just a dream.
Yep. So yeah,
I like how they did that because
Yeah.
when it went to it, I was like, "What is this? Why,
Yeah, like-
why they just jump into this all of a sudden?"
Exactly. It seems really weird. Literally hard cuts to it. So, but yeah, it is a dream by Betty. So it's not real, guys. Don't worry. And then, yeah, so we are introduced to Peter. He's studying in his room. And he's saying, now that Aunt May is out of danger, I can get back to my studying again. And he's really buff, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's twice as buff in this one for some reason.
He looks like fucking Captain America thick.
Like he just lifted a building off of himself.
Yeah, he just like grew muscles because of it. But no, seriously, yeah, he stretches in one of the panels and he's so thick. He's like looks like a fucking like you could bash someone up by touching them. Anyway, but then it's weird because in this panel he looks like just normal Peter Parker.
Yeah, because he's wearing nerd clothes, dude.
Yeah, nerd clothes. Anyway, so he's visiting Aunt May at the hospital, and MJ's mom, I think, is there. Anna Watson. Is that right? Is that her mom or her aunt? MJ's aunt or mom? Anna Watson.
I think it's. She says in the last issue, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this one. She says like, "Oh, my nephew or my daughter, Mary Jane." I can't remember.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's her mom.
Yeah. Anyway, Anna Watson is there visiting Aunt May as well while Peter's there. And, you know, the doctor walks in and he goes, good news, you know, you're all perfectly healthy. You can return home today. And it's like, oh, yay. Doc, you're the greatest. That's what Peter Parker says. Anyway, back to college. And Gwen obviously is getting hassled by all the boys because they want to go to the game with her. Yeah. And she's like, oh, sorry, lads, I got to rush to class now, but I promise to think about it. And then Peter Parker walks past while she's at her locker and she goes, gosh, it's the only boy who hasn't paid any attention to me in this whole college. And she drops her book and Peter Parker goes to pick it up and she steps on it. She's like, don't you dare touch my book. What a fucking bitch. Anyway, and fucking Harry Osborn shows up out of nowhere, literally, and goes, do we have to spell it out for you? You're as popular here as Mao Zedong. I don't know what that. Yeah, and I don't understand that reference, but anyway.
Yeah.
And Peter Parker's like, all right then. Now I get it. And he's his thought bubble. When I was worried about Aunt May wrapped up in my own problems, everyone thought I was high-hatting them. The old Peter Parker luck is sure running its true form. Oh. And then he's in chemistry class now. And, you know, Gwen's still, for some reason, really hung up on Peter. She won't just stop thinking about the fact that, like, he doesn't pay attention to her. She's really mad about it. It's like, okay, just, like, calm down, sweetie. Anyway, she says something to the effect of, like, oh, just you wait, Peter Parker. Just you wait. Like, you'll know all about Gwen Stacy soon. So I'm like, all right. Cool.
You'll be the reason I die.
Yeah, exactly. Haha, got him. Anyway, so Peter Parker's out on the street and he hears some sirens. And he's about to go change into Spider-Man and then take some photos. But then he goes, oh, come to think of it, why bother? I've still got some money left from the last pics I sold to Jameson. And Aunt May will be waiting for me. So I'm just going to go home and study like anybody else. Peter Parker, average American. That's me. Well, we'll see how long that lasts, Mr. Peter Parker, average American. So Craven is at the old Chameleon's hideout. And he's snooping around, thinking about his grand master plan. And then we go back to Pete. Aunt May's brought him some food, and he's got a weird chewing face. He looks really chubby. I'm just like, all right.
Chewing.
Then. Yeah, he's eating some cake. He's very happy. And then all of a sudden, we see that Spider-Man is watching J. Jonah Jameson while he's hailing a taxi. So we're like, okay, this is interesting. And J. Jonah Jameson's like, what? As Spider-Man jumps and kind of like confronts him and starts to like tackle him, I guess. And so J. Jonah Jameson's really shook by this and the crowd starts to draw. So Spidey runs away. So he's like, there's too many people here. I won't be caught up in all this. And everyone's kind of like, what the hell? Spider-Man just assaulted J. Jonah Jameson. That's so weird. But moments later on a nearby rooftop, we see that it was actually Craven dressed up as Spider-Man. Oh, no. I don't know how he was able to like crawl on the wall and stuff. I'm really confused by that. But all right, whatever.
He's good at climbing, dude. He's Craven.
Yeah, climbing buildings, not jungle trees or anything. Anyway. So we now know that Craven is impersonating Spider-Man because he wants to trap him, obviously, because everything has to be a trap. And Peter Parker's at home watching the TV, munching on a Macintosh apple, as they wanted to be very specific. And then he sees a news alert that J. Jonah Jameson's just been assaulted by Spider-Man. And Pete's like, obviously, like, what the fuck? I didn't go assault J. Jonah Jameson. What's going on here? So he goes, just when everything seemed nice and peaceful, now this.
I love that he's caught onto it now at least. And he's not like, did I actually do that?
Yeah, he's like, oh, dude. He is in college now, so I hope he isn't that stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway. Actually, thinking about the timeline as we were discussing before, he's in college now. We started when he was 15, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it has been a few years. Yeah.
Like three years-ish.
Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
Anyway, so, yeah, Aunt May's like, oh, this awful crime news. They shouldn't be broadcasting such dreadful things. Pete goes, no, Aunt May, I don't believe half of it anyway. But he's actually thinking, I'll wait a while and see what happens. It's probably just some crank. Police may have rounded him up already. But in the days that follow, the impersonation continues. So there's all these extras coming out about Spider-Man harassing J. Jonah Jameson. And it's really putting Peter off. Everyone's talking about it, and he just thinks, if this keeps up, I'll probably be mobbed if I ever dare appear in public as Spidey again. I can't let whatever reputation I have left be torn to shreds so easily. I just can't. I've got to do something. So he finally decides, after Aunt May and Mrs. Watson invite Peter to the movies, and he says, no, I'm good. He finally decides to, it's time to go into action as Spider-Man finally. And look how thick he is, dude. His legs. He looks pretty thick.
He's getting older, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not as gangly.
Yeah.
Until you cut to like the recent issues where he gets gangly again.
Yeah, exactly. He looks so lean in the recent issues. Like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he's swinging through New York, and it's not long before Craven shines the Spidey signal on him. So he goes to chase him, and it's really funny because it's just like a panel of like Spider-Man chasing Spider-Man, which I love. And then
he's a point.
Yeah. He lands, yeah, it's rude to point. You pointed first. He lands on this abandoned rooftop and he's like, oh, where did Craven go? But all these people on the street directly below see that it's Spider-Man and they go, let's bash him up. I want to tussle with that guy. So they start to head up. Anyway, Craven appears and Spider-Man's like, you are impersonating me, Craven the Hunter. And Craven's like something like, you didn't think surely that I'd be content after our last defeat. So they start to tussle. Oh no, wait! Before that, Craven sprays Spider-Man with some jungle scent so he can track him down, whatever that is, some pheromones or something.
Lynx Africa, dude.
Yeah, Lynx Africa. He sprays him with Lynx Africa. Just Spider-Man's like, oh, fuck, I can't breathe.
Smells bad, dude.
It smells so bad. Anyway, Spider-Man tries to go at Craven, but then he has rigged a booby trap, so that, gets him. And he's disappeared, Craven. So Spidey goes to look for him, and Craven's hiding in like this abandoned building, and a whole bunch of those dudes that wanted to bash Spidey up show up. So Spidey is like, well, I want to fuck out of here. Bye. So he jumps to the next building. And he jumps to the next building. Yeah, I was like, this is the next room. Anyway, those dudes try to follow him. And his Spidey sense starts tingling. He's like, uh-oh, sounds like visitors. And those dudes show up, and he just decides to beat them up because he's just like, oh, these are just a fucking couple of plug uglies, whatever that means. So yeah, he webs them up. He finds more of them. He webs those guys up, jumps around, jumps into the next building. But, oh my God, Craven jumps and tackles Spider-Man, literally fucking socks him in the jaw. Ouch. Bam, whammo, they're tussling up. And then all of a sudden, more dudes that want to beat up Spider-Man show up. So Spider-Man jumps out the window again, but then there's more dudes. And I just feel like this is like an endless kind of like jumping to and forth and bashing people up. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
In this one. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot more punching and stuff. I can't, yeah, that's really all that's happening in this fight. There's nothing really that interesting or innovative. And yeah, basically by the end of it, Spider-Man punches the lights out of Craven and webs him up, and the police come to get him. So he takes some photos for J. Jonah Jameson, and he walks away. But he's thinking about Betty, because when he goes to,
thinking about you, no.
I've been thinking about you. No. Yeah, basically, because he doesn't want to sell the photos and have to see Betty. So,
but then
Daily Bugle offices, Spider-Man has been vindicated, and J. Jonah Jameson is not happy about it, and he's telling Foswell.
Vindicated.
And Foswell weirdly asks, "What have you got against Spider-Man anyway, boss?" And J. Jonah Jameson says, "That's my business, Foswell." So we still don't know why he hates Spider-Man, but well. And turns out that Betty has quit at the Daily Bugle. There's a new girl. Well, we don't. She's got black hair. And so J. Jonah just like, yeah, you're hired. You're replacing Betty Brant's job. So there you go. And Peter shows back up at home, and May and what's her name, Mrs. Watson, are there, and he sulks up to his room, and he has some sad boy hours thinking about how, he can't stop thinking about Betty. She'd never accept him as Spider-Man. There you go. That's the end of that one. Not as interesting as those two you read. I thought that those were the best ones this week, but yeah.
Craven one was a bit boring.
Yeah, Craven is always a bit.
Craven.
Yeah.
People love Craven though.
Really?
Yeah, he's a fan favorite. Everyone wants him for the movies. Because I think there's like a really good like Craven arc at some point that everyone always talks about called Craven's Last Hunt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think that's like issues like 200 and something. So
yeah, I know people.
We long ways away.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your fave?
Definitely the two that you read.
Yeah, because they're kind of the same. Well, one big story. So it's hard to just pick one.
Yeah.
Except the second one is like the iconic one, because that's when he lifts himself out of the rubble.
Yeah, exactly. It's that iconic moment. Yeah.
He remembers with great power comes great responsibility.
Responsibility.
That's probably like the trickiest situation he's been in.
Yeah,
so far.
Genuinely. Yeah. And like it's so personal to him. That's why I feel like went so sicko mode, because it's Aunt May.
Yeah. Like, I can't think of anywhere else where he's been in like a tougher situation to get out of, because like there was no one there to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah. which I think they did well in Homecoming as well. Because like they set it up 2 times where like when he's at his low point, Iron Man comes in to help. And then like the 3rd time, you're expecting Iron Man to come in again and be like, hey, let's go fight the Vulture, kid. Come with me. But no, he has to do it all by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're nothing without the suit.
Then you shouldn't have it.
Yep. Tell that to fucking Tony Stark, dude.
Yay, Tony Stark.
I mean, he has proved that without his suit, he can do stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That was Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yeah.
That was the first Iron Man.
The first Iron Man.
I mean, he built the suit to get out of there. Anyways, do you want to talk about the Far From Home trailer? Because I knew at the start, I was like, there was something else
Yeah,
I wanted to talk
knew.
about.
That's what I wanted to talk about too. I knew there was something, yeah. So yeah, the Far From Home trailer dropped, guys. Me and Mike stayed up to watch it on Tom Holland's live stream, but he somehow fucked it up.
I kind of stayed up. I set an alarm to wake up for it because I was like, I'm too tired.
I was just up anyway with Josh and we were watching The Office, and then I realized what time it was. I was like, oh shit, oh yeah. So we like paused it and watched it together, and Josh just couldn't stop laughing. He was like, he's so silly. I was like, yeah, he is.
It was like all sped up and out of sync.
Yeah, and he was really stressed out about it too.
Like,
That's the funny part. Yeah, he was like, no, I'm sorry, guys. And then Jake Gyllenhaal and Zendaya were in the comments going like, just post it, dude. What's wrong with you? Just post it. And everyone's like, just post it. And he's like, no, I'll try again. And it's like all sped up and out of sync. So good. Oh, we love you, Tom. If you're listening to this, we love you.
Yeah, what do you think of the trailer overall? I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an amazing trailer, but it puts the point across. I'm excited for it. So, you know. I'm so excited for Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. That's the thing I'm probably most excited about.
For sure.
And I'm excited to see how they're going to portray the elementals, who's going to play Hydra Man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all that.
Because I reckon what they're going to do is like the elementals in the comics like separate dudes entirely.
Yes, yeah.
I reckon for the movies they'll probably make it Hydra Man and Molten Man.
Just two
to
dudes.
Like double it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, they'll have like the other guys as well, but like they'll make them like the Molten Man and Hydra Man instead of like
I see.
Whatever
the
they're called,
elementals, yeah. Okay,
so I
yeah.
think that's a clever way of introducing like characters that wouldn't be included otherwise.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Which they did in Homecoming as well. Like they had the Shocker.
Yeah.
And they had
Prowler.
Yeah, Prowler and the Scorpion. Kinda. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I'm very excited. I am not excited for all the scenes where Jon Favreau flirts with Aunt May.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, yeah. What do you think about Aunt May knowing about Spider-Man?
Yeah. I don't like it, but it's a different interpretation of the character. It's a very different Aunt May in the first place. So like,
yeah, exactly. She's a very different Aunt May.
As long as they still keep like the core ideas of Aunt May intact, like she's always getting sick. No.
Yeah, she's always getting sick. No, and she's Aunt May's things that she always worries about Peter. That's her thing. She's always like, oh, Peter, like, which is going to be interesting because she knows about, you know.
Yeah, but she seems like cool with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like
She's like setting him up. Yeah, she packs his suit into his fucking suitcase, like, and then she's like sets up charity events for him, and like they're high fiving. It seems really buddy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I feel when I actually watch the movie, but right now I'm just like, interesting. Like I want to see where that goes.
I gotta say, best part of the trailer, Flash Thompson.
Yes, that was literally the best part of the trailer. And Betty and Ned ship.
Yeah.
I ship Betty and Ned so hard.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the stuff with the kids.
Me too.
That reminds me of these original comics.
Yes, definitely. But no, that part at the end of the trailer, the first trailer that came out, that was like Flash going, it's so accurate to the comics though. It's like, I just respect Spider-Man. I really love him. You know, he saves people. And then Peter walked in and goes, hey, what's up, guys? Sup, dickwad. So good. Yeah. I like this Flash. Regardless of what anyone says about his casting, I don't care. I like him.
No, he's good.
He is good.
I'll say like as a trailer, it was pretty like Sony standard trailer.
Yeah, it's a pretty...
Like it showed a lot and also it was edited really poorly.
And the music, just everything, yeah.
The music was alright. It had fucking Ramones.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like... But you know what I mean? If you have like a good song, you got to at least make the trailer good. Like set it,
yeah.
you know, like I feel like in my head, if they gave me that song and said cut a trailer to this, I would have made it so much different. You know what I mean? I would have
They
said
kinda
it.
just put it over it. Do you reckon that song will be in the movie like the other Ramones song was in the first one?
Maybe.
Make it like a trend.
Hey, ho, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, ho,
And they had like
let's go.
a rendition of the Spider-Man theme as the score, which is alright. Which is only for the trailer, I assume, because they always do that shit. But aesthetically wise, pretty locations, but they're not shooting them very well.
Like there's like a scene or shot in the trailer where they're on the Venice, like they're in like I don't know where they are in Rome or something, and they're in like a boat. I'm just like that looks weird. Like
Yeah, like that should look way more prettier than it does.
it should, yeah.
But it looks like green screen.
It does. Like if they
Even though
also
they
went
went
to
there.
those locations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's the
did.
thing. They literally went to those locations. They were location shoots. So
Yeah. But no, I'm excited because it seems like a Spider-Man story. Even if the
Yeah.
trailer was a bit like iffy, the trailer isn't like representative of the actual movie.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of see like the plot points and stuff. And I think it looks like a good Spider-Man story, you know? He's going on a little field trip with his friends, and instead of enjoying the field trip like a normal kid would, stuff goes wrong.
Yeah.
He has to Spider-Man it up, keep letting his friends down, and
Save the girl at the end.
change between Spider-Man and Peter
Parker
and
way too
make
many
it not
times.
seem obvious.
Yeah, like, hey guys, what just happened? Like in Homecoming with the decathlon thing where he wasn't in the it's like, hey, what just happened, guys? Like, what?
What do you think of Zendaya and
I think she's a really interesting and different character that we've seen in like a Spider-Man love interest.
Yeah, she's
So-
definitely not
She's definitely not MJ.
the MJ we know.
We know,
but-
definitely not. No, she's really different. But the whole like where he goes, oh, you look really pretty. She's like, so therefore I have worth. I'm like, oof. I find that really cringy. I'm not going to lie. Like that kind of thing.
A lot of people either find her character really cringy or they like her.
I like her. Don't get me wrong. But that line I find really cringy.
Yeah.
It's something that a dude or an exec would write. It's like, what do feminists say? Oh, yeah. Does I have
she
worth
says-
now because you said I'm pretty? Like,
Yeah, she says heaps of shit like that in the first one though.
yeah, she does. Yeah.
Where she's like, the Washington Monument was built by slaves, so I'm not here to enjoy it. And they're like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, shook. I like the part though when she's in detention. He's like, why are you here? She's like, I just like to sketch people in crisis. I found that actually really funny when I watched it. I was like, that's so good. Yeah.
What are your theories on the timeline, like where this sits? Do you reckon it's post Endgame?
Oh yeah, post Endgame.
They've confirmed it, but also like I don't trust the Russo brothers, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They said the title wasn't called Endgame.
Yeah.
so-
We can't trust them anymore. No, I reckon it's after. I don't see why it would be set before because it wouldn't make
it would fit.
I don't know.
Like even like they could be coming home on the bus at the end, and that could lead into Infinity War. You know what I mean?
True, yeah. I want it to be after though. I want to know that he's still alive. We'll know when Endgame comes out
Yeah.
anyway.
Also, there's no sign of Tony Stark anywhere, so what do you reckon that means? I reckon they just didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely think that they didn't want to like have a clear cut, like, oh yeah, they're still all alive, even though we just brought out a trailer that's like Tony Stark's going to die, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm so curious to see how Endgame ends, because like no one in this trailer seems to be phased that like the world pretty much just went to shit.
Yeah, that's right. They're not. Everyone in the trailer seems to be like really like, that's all. Like, you
I
know.
reckon, yeah, everything gets set back to normal, but it's like slightly different. And the people that like weren't involved with the Endgame stuff don't remember anything. Like they just keep going as if life like kind of stayed the same. But like the Avengers will remember
Okay,
like, the
yeah.
events. That's what I reckon.
What do you reckon happens? Because obviously, Endgame happens like it seems like years after Infinity War happened, or at least in a significant period of time. Because like the whole Hawkeye being like Ronin and stuff, and like
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think they kind of reset the timeline back to like back a few years. So it just kind of kicks off where it went off. Yeah.
I'm excited.
And what are your thoughts on Mysterio? Because obviously,
Of course, yeah.
as we know, none of the stuff he does is actual superpowers.
Yeah, it's all illusions. He's basically a magician, yeah.
But like he's flying around and stuff and he's got like mist everywhere. Like how's he doing all that?
I reckon it's going to be like, they're going to explain it somehow. Or not going to even explain it. I don't know. It'll be like he has,
No.
they're going to give him powers or you're going to give him science or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the MCU, so it's always like heightened a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the Vulture's not just a dude with a wingsuit. He's got like armor.
Yeah, he's
that
like
he stole from,
an
like, Tony
arms
Stark and
dealer.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I reckon what they'll do in typical Mysterio fashion, he'll sit Spider-Man down and he'll give him a long chat
Yeah.
about how he built his costume.
Backstory,
and, like,
yeah.
all the cool stuff he can do.
A 2-page spread of his entire backstory and everything he
Yeah.
has abilities of. Yeah. During like mid-battle too, just like, all right, hold on. No.
Yeah. Was there anything else to talk about in the trailer? I think the CGI is better than Homecoming, but it still looks a bit whack.
Oh, Ben Parker.
Oh yeah, we know that Uncle Ben actually exists now.
Yeah.
At least.
They hinted to that. Do you reckon they're going to talk about it in this movie or
I hope
address
so.
it finally?
If they're using his fucking bag, like
Yeah.
at least bring it up.
Yeah, like cuz he's such a important part of who Peter is. So
Yeah. No, Uncle Ben's an Easter egg now.
yeah, that's like they've just fucking like nerfed
He's not
him.
a character. He's just an Easter egg.
They
for the
nerfed
fans.
his character. They just made him an Easter egg.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like this will be the first iteration of Spider-Man some kids are seeing, so they might not know about Uncle Ben.
Exactly. I cried when I first watched, Spider-Man and Sam Raimi's
OG
Spider-Man.
one, yeah.
And Uncle Ben died. I was like, oh my God. Like as a kid, I was traumatized. Like,
Yeah,
what
that's like the most like that's like the bit in the movie where it's like shit's getting real.
getting real. Yeah.
That's the bit where I get hyped up. I'm like, yeah, go get him.
Yeah,
Get
me
'em.
too. Me and my brother used to like jump around the living room and like after that bit where he like was chasing the guy who
Yeah,
killed.
because the music
yeah.
like picks up as well. It's like
Yeah, exactly. We used to be like, fuck yeah. It was so, yeah. Oh my God. Good
Then it
memories.
turns into CG, and I'm like, oh.
Ooh. No. Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I've forgotten. Oh, well.
Quentin Beck. I reckon Jake Gyllenhaal will be a great Quentin Beck.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, if you were to guess who would play Uncle Ben in this MCU, who would play Uncle Ben? Like what actor? Or ideally, in your ideal world, who would play Uncle Ben?
Yeah, I know everyone says Tobey Maguire, so I'm not going to say that.
No, that would be weird. I would not like it'd just be weird, yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
I swear I say that for anyone you say.
Hey,
Great power.
comes great responsibility. Starts jumping on the couch now.
No, that's not the line in this one. It's
With great account. No, wait, what's the one in that Miles' dad say?
yeah, something about accountability.
Yeah.
No, it's
With great ability comes great accountability.
when you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then
Yeah.
bad things happen. They happen because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than this Amazing Spider-Man one where it's like, if you have the opportunity to do good things, you have a moral obligation to do those things. It's not a choice; it's a responsibility.
I love how many different ways you can word it. It's actually amazing. Like, I would never have thought of any of those.
If you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it.
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who would you want to play Ben Parker?
John Krasinski. No.
John Krasinski. Oh my God, that low-key would actually be kind of cool.
Too young. He's got to be Marissa Tomei's age.
She looks so young though.
I know. She looks younger in this than she did in the last two.
Yeah, because they wanted to hot her up, basically.
Put me on the airport, get me on the plane. The go. What do you think of that song?
I like the Ramones.
Songs.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Ramones? Come on, guys. They should have put that song in Bumblebee.
The only bit where they used that song appropriately in the trailer is like, get me to the airport and put me on a plane. Then he's at the airport and he goes on a plane.
Yeah, that's it.
The extent of their creativity.
Oh man.
If they didn't do that, I'd fucking like spit.
Spit at the screen. No.
What do you think of Sam Jackson being in it? I reckon he'll
Nick
be in
Fury.
it like as much as Tony Stark was in the first
Seems
one.
to be the year of Nick Fury.
I know,
Hey.
he's in all of them.
Yeah. I hate how literally one of the movies he's just CGI'd the whole time. That fucking annoys me. Hey.
Nah, it looks good.
No, it doesn't.
What? In Captain Marvel?
Yeah, okay, if it looks fine, all right, just why couldn't
It's
they
the
just
best it's
yeah.
looked.
Yeah, you're right. We'll see though. We'll see.
Better than Aquaman.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Okay.
No, it's definitely better than Aquaman. That was pretty bad.
And Agent Coulson's going to be in it as well.
Yeah, I
de-aged.
know.
Even though he kind of looks the same.
I definitely think the cat takes his eye out, dude. I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point. They gave the
Yeah, because
cat.
the cat's a character.
Yeah, the
It's
cat's got a
Goose.
poster. It's Goose the cat. Yeah. Is it a scroll?
Yeah, maybe.
It might be.
Mhm.
What if the cat is a scroll?
Could be.
Anyway.
What if the cat is Rhodey?
What?
They do like a Harry Potter reveal where
Yeah, I was about to say it's like the Harry Potter Scabbers is
but it's Terrence Howard because it takes place in the past before Iron Man.
I don't like this anymore. Anyway,
Anything else to say about that trailer? I guess we said it in episode 6 when we
Yeah.
hadn't seen it yet.
yeah, we
so
were more
go listen to that one.
speculative in that conversation, though.
Yeah. You don't want any part of this,
Yeah.
or whatever he
I'm
says.
so excited. Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh my God. I love that boy. I love that man. Sorry, he's not a boy. Anyway. I like his haircut. Anyway, so anything else to be said in this week's podcast? Or
I'm just thinking, I feel like the MCU Peter doesn't have money issues enough.
well, his apartment, like Aunt May's apartment, like where he lives, is actually quite nice.
No.
Yeah.
In the first one, or in Civil War,
In Civil
it
War,
was kind of nice, but like at the
it
same
looked
time,
way too nice. I remember watching that recently and just thinking like, this looks way too nice.
Yeah, the main room looks nice, but like his
Yeah.
room looks like
Shitty.
like
yeah.
3 flats that were painted like the day
Yeah,
before.
because they were probably.
Yeah, and what else?
But it looks so different in Homecoming. The room.
Yeah, it does. Like I don't.
Yeah.
That can't be the same place.
Yeah, it can't be. Looks
Apartment
completely
continuity
different.
much.
Yeah. Wait, does he have a bunk bed? I'm trying to remember.
In Homecoming,
He does. Yeah. Why?
But in Civil War, he doesn't.
Why would he have a bunk bed? He doesn't have any siblings.
For Ned, dude.
Oh,
That's where
yeah.
Uncle Ben used to sleep.
when May and Ben fought, that's where Uncle Ben used to sleep.
Yep. So that's the episode.
Yep, that's the episode, guys.
What are we reading next week?
Oscar Isaac. No, sorry.
Okay.
Would be Uncle Ben.
Oh, it's Uncle Ben. I was like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I would love that.
He's Spider-Man 2099. He can't.
Yeah, he's great as 2099.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. Actually, no, he's in the DCEU, so sorry.
He's also Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Which issues are we reading next week?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care.
Isn't it 35 we're starting with?
35. Yeah, kick off with 35.
35, 38?
No, we should read 335.
Okay, let's read 335. I think
Okay.
I've read that one before, actually. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I've read like that arc
Okay.
with Ezekiel. Yep.
If you want to follow us on social media,
Oh, yeah, that.
our @ is peterpalmerpod. We're on.
Wait, hold on. We have to plug our Venom commentary track.
Oh, yeah, you do that.
All right, you do the plugs first. And I'll
Yeah, you interrupted me. That's so okay. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can follow us at Peter Palmer Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you'd like to email us, it's it's peterpalmerpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. And also, because I don't think we mentioned it last episode, we did a Venom commentary track.
Yeah, knock
We
knock.
watched the whole movie and talked over the whole thing.
Yeah,
So if you want to
we
listen,
didn't even stay on topic the whole time. So
no. So if you want to listen to that, that's up in your feed right now. So if you're listening to this, just scroll down and it'll be there. Yep. So get your copies of Venom ready, and don't torrent it.
yeah, head down to your local JB
support
Hi-Fi,
your local Best Buy, wherever you live,
Best Buy,
your local Woolworths,
Walmart.
your local Walmart, your local
Do you think anyone actually buys DVDs from Woolworths?
No, because they're too expensive. Because sometimes I see movies there, I'm like, oh, then it costs like $35. I'm like, for a DVD, And not my America.
Not my America. Anyway.
But yeah, Venom. Go listen to that.
Tell us what you think, because we'd love to make more.
Yes. I think next week I'm going to structure the episodes better, because like I feel like we should be plugging like
at the start
bonus stuff at the start.
Yeah.
And talking about any like Spider-Man news and stuff at the start as well.
Yeah, we've done this one backwards, so sorry about that,
so
guys.
if you listen to this episode backwards, it's a perfect episode. Just listen to the middle bit front ways, because otherwise you'll get spoilers.
Yes. Okay. See you guys. Thanks for listening.
Good night.
Good morning. Goodbye.
Yep.